Paranormal Man is going through some issues at the moment, so I am going to throw a few videos up, plug his channel, so that way hopefully we can get stuff sorted, and hopefully this will help him out a little bit, just to get things going. Alright, that's all set. So yeah, this is his channel. If you haven't already, go there, subscribe, watch some of his videos. We used to do scare streams together quite a fair bit. Haven't done one with him for a while, and because of his situation we can't do one together at the moment, but I'm sure once everything gets settled down we can start doing them again. He's a big reason why my channel took off at the start. When I started doing scare streams, I started getting a lot more subscribers, so I thank him a lot for that, and this is my way to try and help back and see what we can do. And hopefully we can get some things rolling for him. I said I was going at night time. Okay. So we're going to start with, this is solely just steps to the spare so far. I'll do some more later on. Do nukes, chills, all the other ones that we used to do. But I thought to start with depths of the spare. I've got a few videos of him, and we'll get into them.
We'll also note that I'm also here too, the partner.
Don't have to note that, just ignore her.
So if you hear my voice, it's all good.
And without further ado, we'll start.
I featured Synestia on the channel previously. After moving into a new home with her partner, they started experiencing strange things around the house, like their dog barking at a shadow, and eventually they discovered a hidden attic room with some sort of voodoo sticks hanging from it. Late one evening, while she's home alone, she hears some noises coming from upstairs, so she pulls her phone out to record as she goes to check it out. Watch closely.
Hallo? Hallo, Kias?
Mi volt ez? Úristen, ugye ti is láttátok, és teljesen egyedül vagyok itthon a lakásba, és nem tudom Ádi mikor jön haza, úgyhogy inkább ki is megyek.
A hand can be seen banging on the glass panel through the door, but as she goes inside the room, there's nobody there. Creeped out by the activity, she decides to go outside until her boyfriend returns home. She also says that ever since discovering the hidden attic room and going inside, things have gotten much worse around the house, and the activity now occurs more often. But until we find out more, the mystery remains. Before we continue, we have partnered with Steel Krill Studios to bring you The Voidness, a sci-fi psychological horror game that takes place of 2024. A woman named Celia from France has just recently moved into a large family house and is currently staying there all alone for the next few months. The place has some eerie vibes at times, and a creepy locked cellar room. One night, she decides to try and play with the Ouija board by herself.
Oh gosh.
At the time, nothing happens, so she doesn't think much of it. But a few nights later, creepy things start to happen around the house. Late one night, she's making a video showing how she changes her pump when something creepy happens. Although she's completely alone in the house, many strange sounds from footsteps to laughter can be heard coming from all over the place. She then gives a little tour of the place and explains how creepy it all is and that she doesn't want to stay here, but she has to for a few months. She also says that she keeps finding strange old items all over the house and believes that there is a creepy story to it. The very next night, she's woken up around 3 a.m. to the sounds of a door slamming on its own, so she starts to record. Take a look.
Il est 3 heures du matin et j'arrive pas à dormir parce que j'entends tellement de bruit dans la maison que j'ai l'impression qu'elle est en travaux. Ce qui m'a empêché de dormir, c'est une porte qui claque. Il n'y a pas de vent. J'ai trouvé cette photo, qui est une carte postale qui date de 1922. Truc de fou. Mais du coup, il y a plein d'objets anciens dans la maison que je retrouve au fil du temps. Et j'ai l'impression que la maison, elle a une histoire de fou malade. Genre, clairement, c'est un truc de ouf. Genre, regardez. Il y a encore des bruits, les gars, c'est dingue.
As she moves the picture frame to straighten it, the cellar key falls down, so she decides to go open the door, and it doesn't end well.
C'est que je suis ici jusqu'en C. J'ai entendu un bruit. J'ai entendu un bruit, c'est une blague. Mais la porte, elle est ouverte. Non, c'est une blague. C'est quoi ce bordel? Les gars, vous avez entendu? Oui, eh, je regarde même pas. Ma porte, elle était ouverte. En plus, on voit rien. Je vous jure, j'ai des frissons. J'espère que c'est pas là-bas, j'espère que c'est pas là-bas. J'espère que c'est pas là-bas, j'espère que c'est pas là-bas. La clé, elle sent le fer, mais vraiment, elle est toute vieille. Même mes mains, maintenant, ça sent. Ah, il y a des moustiques en plus. C'est rentré, les gars. C'est quoi ce truc? C'est quoi ce bordel? Non, 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 non. Non, non.
As she attempts to open the cellar door, it suddenly shuts against her as if someone was on the other side. Startled by the sudden force against the
you
door,
grab the
she
key again?
retreats back
Wouldn't
to
you
the
lock
other
it?
room.
Yeah, lock it and
However,
grab the key
many
again.
people in the comments suggested that it was just the wind, so she goes back there again and makes a strange discovery.
On m'a toujours dit d'être rationnel, on m'a toujours dit c'est du vent, c'est du vent, c'est du vent. C'est pas possible. Allez, ça y est. Ouh, je vais y tomber. C'était du vent. Ok. C'était juste du vent. Il y a des moustiques en plus. C'est quoi cet endroit? Il y a des trucs en plus. Il y a quelqu'un?
Got him blue.
Cet endroit.
Only understanding some of it, not all of it.
J'ai jamais vu ça. Pourquoi il y a une échelle ici? Il y a encore un truc. Mais c'est un truc de malade. Oh, les gars, attendez. Il y a une pierre dehors comme ça. Ça mène à la rue. Les gars, ça mène à la rue. Il y a des gens dehors qui rentrent ici. Non, c'est une blague. En plus, regardez, il y a un truc qui a pété là-bas et tout. C'est sûr, c'est utilisé. Attendez, mais il y a des gens qui rentrent. En plus, il y a un drap en plein milieu. Ça sert à rien, ce truc. Attends. Non, 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 ça y est, ça y est. Non, non.
She discovers a ladder placed against an opening in the wall, which she believes leads out to the streets, and a strange old sheet in the middle of the room. Now she believes there could be a squatter in the house, so she knocks the ladder down and locks the door to never go in there again. But when she goes to leave, something chilling happens.
Donc maintenant, les squatteurs, ils vont plus jamais rentrer. J'espère que c'est fini cette histoire.
Door shuts.
Je peux pas. Je peux pas.
Oh, she's not even locked in. That sucks.
Donc je ferme et je récupère la clé. Je reviendrai plus jamais ici. Normalement, il n'y aura plus de squatteurs. Parce que là, je crois que j'ai jamais vécu ça de ma vie. C'est vrai.
Copyright claim.
C'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel?
God, who still use cassettes?
Hey, I used to love cassettes.
Non, c'est trop. Je crois que je vais partir. Je vais partir.
She finds an old stereo playing by itself, and as she heads towards the entrance to leave, she notices a large handprint on the mirror, which doesn't appear to be hers. Understandably freaked out, she spends the next 2 nights at a hotel, and later after returning, she captures this.
De toute façon, tout ça c'est fini. En septembre, je rentre enfin chez moi. Je vous jure. Il y a la spatule qui est tombée par terre, genre. On est où?
Ooh. It's just trying to cook itself dinner.
Or it's trying to be nice and cook her dinner.
Yeah, well, that.
She got a Glock. What's she gonna do with that little thing?
The kitchen cabinet opens by itself and a cup falls out on its own, causing Celia to get frightened and lock herself up in her room. Many
'Cause
viewers
that's gonna
suggest
do
she
something.
try using salt and sage and play a prayer. So she does just that, but it doesn't end very well.
J'ai pris de la sauge, du sel.
She used the wrong salt. Kill that spider.
Ooh.
Why would you turn it down?
Je suis une folle, j'ai entendu du bruit.
You can't see the shadow in the door?
Brûler la sauge.
She probably can't from the angle.
C'est bon.
You can't get freaked out every single time. You're not going to get very far.
Les gars,
She starts to feel cold right when a dark shadow can be seen moving behind her, and almost immediately after she starts burning sage, a loud bang interrupts, as if whatever it was got angry from the sage and the prayer. Fortunately, after this night, she remained at a nearby hotel for the last few nights before returning to her actual home, just when the entity was starting to manifest and things were getting worse. Hopefully, it doesn't follow her as she did mess with the Ouija board. But otherwise, this house remains a mystery. If you have any video
Now, the question about that was, she happened to move a picture that had been sitting crooked that whole time.
And then a key falls out
Yeah.
from behind of it.
Yeah. I find that hard to believe.
There's certain things that, yeah, you can kind of manipulate. But then there's also some things where there is a chance it could happen. It's just, in regards to that, too many manipulations can actually be made in that.
Recommendations, you can send them over to depthsofdespair
Especially like
business
that
at
first one.
gmail.com.
That was a huge
or
manipulation
tag us
in
on
that first one.
TikTok at Depths of Despair YT. The Soldier. Around September the 5th of 2024, a woman named Shireen Louise recently moved into an old Victorian house in Cardiff, Wales, along with her 3-year-old daughter. The moment she moved into the house, there was a huge leak from the top of the stairs. It could have easily been a coincidence, as this type of thing happens sometimes. However, later in the night, water began dripping down her walls, and as she called her landlord to tell him, the water suddenly stopped. Then, a few days later, her 3-year-old daughter Ailia suddenly gets frightened and says she sees a man with a bad head and bad eyes marching up the stairs and down the hallway.
What is it?
Bad eyes.
Bad eyes?
Yeah. Bad eyes.
Bad eyes.
Yeah.
And as a mum, you're going to
Where?
be cool.
Guys.
Upstairs. Nope. No, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. Please.
After conducting some research into the history of the property, she discovered that it was built on an old battlefield, dating all the way back from somewhere between 1455 to 1487 during the War of the Roses.
Hey, that's pretty
Worried
cool.
for her daughter's safety, she begins to believe the house might be haunted by the spirit of a soldier who fought on the battlefield. She decides to set up a security camera down that hallway and wait a while to see if anything happens. It doesn't take long for Ailia to see something there that we can't.
Is there a man with a bad head? Yeah? Where is he? Come show me. Where is he?
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah.
Is he stood there now?
Yeah.
Is he doing anything?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Wait.
You wanna go away? What's he doing?
Yeah.
He's stood there.
Yeah.
Is he talking?
Yeah.
What's he saying? You hiding?
Yeah.
What's he saying, baby? You go it.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wanna go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you later, Spirit.
I like her approach.
Is he there? He's not there now. Oh. Okay, sorry. Let's go, baby.
Worried as she's not sure what her daughter may be seeing, Shireen decides to leave the camera running, and on one night it captures something chilling. Watch closely.
Yeah.
Come on then, let me help.
Mom. Get.
What is it?
Look.
What?
Get.
Scared of what? Who is it?
No.
Is someone there?
Yeah. Bad eyes. 2 eyes. Bad. 2 eyes. Head. Back.
Hi.
Eye.
Okay. Hiya. Is he doing anything? What's he doing? Right, see you later, Mr. Soldier Man. What? Are you laughing at him? Is he being funny? Is he being funny? That's good, isn't it? You're still looking at someone. Oh my god, she's... What? No, please don't, Mummy, stop. It's okay. It's okay, sorry, you just scared Mummy. Sorry, you just scared Mummy. It's not scary.
Some very loud, creepy breaths can be heard very clearly on the camera's audio, along with a whisper later on. Alia then gets scared and complains that she sees the man with the bad head and bad eyes. Many viewers interpreted this to be a bad head, meaning a soldier who may have had his face damaged in the battle, and the bad eyes meaning he's angry or can't see very well. Regardless of this, Shireen has accepted this as proof that an evil spirit does indeed haunt her home, and out of fear for her daughter's safety, she has decided she will be moving out quickly before it gets worse.
I wouldn't say evil spirit.
Like, another reason why eyes can be bad is they could have dead eyes, if that makes sense, like the white dead eyes. There could be multiple reasons as to that.
Yeah, all I know is you always believe a kid when they start mentioning spirits.
Yep.
On October 4th of 2024, a man sits down with his girlfriend to watch a horror movie with her. He has already seen the movie himself and knows she'll
Such a
react
great
in a funny
horror.
way to it. So he decides to record her reaction while
Yeah,
she
I'd be asleep
watches
by now.
for the first time. Now, they also just moved into this house,
That's a
which is
horror
right
movie
next
with
to
all
a
that.
cemetery. Not to mention they have a creepy collection of
gosh,
clown
no,
dolls and
no.
other strange things. So while watching the movie, this happens.
The Son and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Comedy
who
horror.
lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's okay. What the fudge?
The clown doll on the wall suddenly moves right after the exorcist's face appears on the screen, instantly catching the boyfriend's attention and creeping him out. Many viewers told them that by watching these type of paranormal films, you can unknowingly open a portal to your house. But the couple remains unconvinced and believes it has something to do with the cemetery itself. And they could be right, because the very next night, she decides to show the cemetery to her viewers while asking for advice, when something utterly terrifying is captured. Watch closely.
Part 2 of my scary clown video. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that I actually do live across the road from a cemetery. Normally this stuff doesn't scare me, but the clown kind of did. But I find this a very peaceful, restful place. I've walked in here a few times. I've been here about a week. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe I need some sage, because the scary clown is kind of scary, and I'd rather not have
Shadow
that
figure.
happen again. So, any tips
I
and
missed
advice
that.
would be great. Thank you.
It was right next to that gravestone there.
Oh, okay. He'll
Right
repeat it.
after she mentions needing sage, a dark shadow figure can be
Oh,
seen
yeah.
moving behind one of the headstones before disappearing. They are planning to use sage to cleanse the house, but as we have seen previously, sometimes that makes things worse. So we may be seeing more
Depends
of them
what
soon.
sage you're using.
Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload.
When it comes to the sage side of things, it depends what one you're
Construction
using.
site. The following video comes from a man who was out walking home one day when he passed by a construction site and heard what sounded like a baby crying coming from within one of the buildings. So he decides to go and check if everything is okay when he sees something horrifying.
Nos íbamos a ir y se escuchó un bebé. Se escucha? Dios mío. ¿Hay alguien?
As he looks inside the building, a dark shadow figure can be seen rising up right when the sounds of the baby can be heard. The man gets startled and turns to run away without hesitation. He believes a dark entity haunts that building and mimics the voice of a baby to try and lure innocent people over. But real ghost or not, you be the judge. But if you want to see the story about a girl
That
who
could just be a voice overlay, though. Everyone knows when you have a baby like that, you can't just stop them from screaming that easy.
No. You can raise your voice, but they're just going to either get louder or just look at you like, are you so stupid?
Yeah. This first one down anyway. Hit and miss. Some, yeah. A lot of them, though. I don't know. You could see that staged, a lot of them.
That first one, she didn't even turn to the direction where the hand would have been. She's looked the opposite way first, which to me is a form of manipulation with the...
Yeah.
And then,
hide and seek. The next video was taken by a nanny cam around 9 PM where the family would often play games with their kids at night before bed. At the time of this recording they were playing hide and seek, and as the father was looking for them, the monitor caught something creepy. Watch closely.
Oh, stuff monitors, they creep me out as it is. I was going to say, what was said then?
What do you mean? The door just opened. I know, but we're downstairs.
Are these downstairs?
No. Yes, we're hiding up here.
Hurry, take it here.
Oh, this is stressing me out.
You're stressed out.
Well, I don't know. I just heard you screaming. I told her to wait there. I don't.
You might need to change my diaper.
Oh, my God.
He thought his wife or kid was hiding inside the closet, or so it seemed, but as he waited for them to come out, they never did. As he looks inside, he's left completely terrified to find nobody there. He also says he heard a voice just before the door opened. After reviewing the
Sounded like
recorded
horror.
footage, the whole family had no clue what they had just witnessed. But to be safe, they decided to lock the closet and not use it anymore.
Could just be well played.
But whether or not this makes things worse, we may never know.
There's that much time for the kid to hide.
The following video comes from a woman named McKay who lives in the Philippines. One night around 1 AM, she was abruptly woken up from her sleep by the disturbing sounds of her door rattling and someone screaming at her door, trying to get inside.
Please tell me the people.
Someone can be heard screaming to be let in while trying to open the door. Worried that it might be a setup to lure her outside, she decides to wait it out, and the noises ceased a few moments after, with the mysterious individual no longer there. The following night, she returns around 1 a.m.
Wouldn't you get a
again.
better angle instead of trying to peek there?
Yeah, that's. No, I'd go on the opposite side. Look before opening, don't you dare open that.
Tempted to open the door, she reaches for the handle, but then realizes once again that it could be dangerous, so she decides not to. However, the same thing keeps happening every night, so on one particular night, she gets fed up and decides to open the door, and she sees this.
What the fuck? I mean, sorry.
It was
A
Grandma.
woman with dark hair and dark clothes can be seen crouched down in a strange manner, quickly getting up as McKay opens the door. Luckily, she was quick to shut it before anything could happen. She then calls the police, but as they search the area, they find no signs of this creepy woman. This just shows the importance of keeping your doors locked at all times, especially if you live alone.
Wouldn't
The
you,
facility.
like you said, look at a different angle to see,
Inside
and you
the
would have seen her in a different
storage
way. You didn't
facility,
have to
man
open
owns
the
a
door.
storage
Pretty
unit
much.
full of old items. The whole facility is known to be a little creepy, with rumors going around about the place being haunted. But the items within the storage unit make it all the worse. One of these strange items is a toy monkey that is supposed to be worth a lot of money. Ever since he collected this doll, banging sounds can be heard coming from the storage unit, as well as things moving places on their own. It got to the point where his fellow colleagues and employees of the facility were making noise complaints and accusing the man of living in the storage unit. In order to prove otherwise, he sets up a camera inside to show that it's not him, and this is what he captures.
Hey, Toy Story snow.
Or just said more Chucky, but
He's not holding a knife, hence I go Toy Story. If
Turn
he's
first.
holding a knife, then it's Chucky.
The toy just up and suddenly moves on its own, completely scaring all the employees, as they couldn't believe their eyes. The owner of the unit is also convinced that this toy monkey is responsible for the other noises that have been heard in the facility, and he didn't hesitate in putting the doll up for sale, hoping someone will quickly take it off his hands.
the real question is, did they ask the owner before putting the camera setup in
The
there?
next video comes from
Is that
a
a
truck
breach of
driver
privacy?
who
My
usually
thing is, why
uploads
would you
videos of his
sell
work
it to
routine
someone
on
else
his
who has to deal
channel,
with that shit?
as well as his truck camping and food making experiences.
Burn it.
On one night it was very cold
Thanks.
outside
Now I
and
can't
he
hear
had just finished
Good.
work
You
for the
didn't
night,
hear it.
so he looked for a quiet place to park so he can enjoy preparing a nice meal for himself while relaxing, when suddenly something creepy and unexpected happens. Watch closely.
Hello. You didn't notice?
What?
Look on the steering wheel.
I don't know, he's moving the camera too much.
What is this?
I'm trying, and it keeps moving it too much. Wait, is it a dash?
It's Daff.
It's a duff.
He hears 3 knocks on the truck and looks around with his flashlight but sees nothing in the darkness and decides to ignore it and continue preparing his food while watching a movie. But it happens again. This time, it's worse.
What?
What is this? Fuck.
After hearing these disturbing sounds again, he decides to exit his truck and investigate the area.
Fuck.
Man, you didn't even see it at the start.
You didn't do it.
You don't need to do it.
I even waited.
He mentions that he had felt something touch his shoulder, which was why he suddenly started running to get back in the truck. You should never get out of the truck because if it is paranormal, he could have welcomed it inside. And there's also a possibility that it could also be a group of people trying to lure him out and steal the truck. But let me know what you think.
And he left the door wide open the whole
Strange
entire time.
sighting.
So if that was someone
In
they
the
could have
first
taken it.
video, a group of friends are just casually hanging out and talking inside a car when they quickly gaze upon something that catches their attention through the window in front of them.
Peeping in someone else's window.
They're just pasting around the room. Really speedily.
So I'm about to help myself. I'll be doing sound effects with it. Meow. Meow.
I just think of those things that you stand on the wheels where you're leaning. That could go with the speed.
Someone can be seen moving back and forth across the window. At first, it may not seem all that strange, but as they continue to watch, they notice that the person doesn't appear to be walking, almost as if they are moving in a non-human-like way.
No, I'm thinking the leaning thing. I don't know what they're called. I mean, that is actually pretty quick. I think the dog's more creepy.
Wait for him to stop and look out the window at him.
Yeah, just hands on the front. Splat, splat. The fact that the dog's whining, I'm not sure.
Dogs always whine at things though.
Oh. So you don't reckon it's about that? It's just being in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dogs always want to get out of a car and go for a run, so.
Cool, let the dog out.
After watching for some time, the friends are left creeped out, unable to comprehend what they are witnessing. The figure seems to be accelerating and getting faster, almost moving in a superhuman-like manner.
Why not go get
that
their
no
attention?
humans should
Jump on the
be
window
able
or
to
something.
achieve.
Throw something
You
up
could
there.
see the way it moves across the window from left to right at such a high speed.
Or go knock
If
and
it
go,
was
"Hey, is there
running
someone
that
playing
fast, They would
upstairs?"
take some time to slow down and turn around before crossing the window again. They planned to record an update and head over to the house to ask the residents what was going on. But in the meantime, the friends have no idea what they saw that night, but they are certain that it wasn't normal. Followed
I don't know how to feel about that last one.
A man named Ichi from Indonesia has
could
been
just
hearing
be
strange
sped up
sounds
footage.
all around
Yeah.
his workplace, from banging sounds to laughing and crying. But when he goes to check, he never finds anyone there. Late one night, while on the night shift, he's using the bathroom while watching some Netflix, when all of a sudden, he hears this.
What about that? I thought it was more.
Anjir.
What's he filming on if he's got his phone? She was upset the toilet broke.
What sounds like a woman crying along with a creepy laugh can be heard inside the cubicle right next to him. But as soon as he opens it seconds later, there's nothing there. A voice can be heard coming from the cubicle he just came from, but there's nothing there either. Freaked out, E.G. just decides to get out of there. The next day, while recording himself playing the piano in the daylight, he captures this.
Anjing. Anjing. Nggak masuk akal. Ini masih siang, masih jam 1:30.
What was that?
Something opens and slams the door
I've
shut.
no idea what that was
But
meant
when
to be.
E.G. goes to check,
Hair or something
there's
over
no
a door.
one there once again. He then comes back to find his piano playing by itself, and
It's
this
electric, so
occurrence
it'll
has
be
been
timed.
happening more
Look at that.
frequently.
Hair, what the flip?
A few days later,
Who's
he
to say it
decides
was
to
that
do some
piano? I didn't
training
see any
with some of the
keys move.
equipment at
Could
work,
also, because
but
it's
he
electronic,
quickly
they
finds
play
himself
themselves as well.
disrupted by something
That
chilling.
one I've always been scared of. I will not. Who cares about the block?
Anjing. Ada nyala, Cok. Nggak ada orang.
Even worse, after a few weeks, whatever it is seems to follow him home, because late one night while his wife is asleep, this happens.
Dengar tak? Siapa? Sang?
Really likes the bathroom.
His wife wakes up and comes to tell him that she heard a woman crying, but he pretends that he didn't hear anything to not scare her. He also has a CCTV camera set up in the bedroom where his wife is sleeping, so that he can monitor her and make sure everything is okay in the room. But while he plays some FIFA and watches the monitor, something chilling happens.
OnlyFans.
No.
Go! He likes his electric pianos.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Whereas you can program to play regardless, they play tunes themselves.
Yeah, but it's specific tunes, not random tunes like that.
And again, it could also just be a speaker that he's got set up somewhere.
I know, that's why I'm like, I don't know how to feel when it comes to pianos, because I don't see the keys moving.
Keys don't play though as well when you play it automatically.
That's why I won't get the electronic ones.
Apa tu? Sayang? Oi, astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim.
Apa lu berantakan macam ini?
Dari tadi dah.
Earthquake.
Aku yang kami ke rumah kamu.
Dah. Diam. Dah.
What the frick?
Dah. Tunggu.
After hearing the piano play by itself and all the banging noises,
That's
only
what I
to find a
understand
huge
either.
mess, left E.G. creeped out.
Can't tell me that you don't
And
notice
his
shit like
wife
that.
was so scared she didn't want to go back to sleep again. Birthday
And then
reunion.
he
not
didn't
even gonna
even
play it.
acknowledge it then.
Really? Interesting.
How do you not acknowledge that there's a woman standing there?
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Apa lu berantakan macam ini?
Dari tadi dah aku dengar.
Aku yang kami ke rumah kamu.
Dah. Diam. Dah.
There.
And notice how he didn't turn and look completely in that first room.
Yeah.
Notice how he just turned that little bit.
And also that, I don't know, like,
So
that
not-
could just be something standing there with a bit of hair on it.
Yeah.
And a sheet. But not acknowledging it whatsoever is kind of like,
After hearing the piano
And
play
not
by
to even
itself
look in that
and all
first
the banging
room.
noises, only to find a huge mess, left E.G. creeped out. And his wife was so scared she didn't want to go back to sleep
Even
again.
for depth, not doing anything for it.
Birthday reunion. A small family are celebrating a birthday, singing happy birthday while making a wish, just like any other birthday celebration. But on this same night, the birthday girl would receive a present that would stir up some emotions within her, and at the same time, something strange would happen. Take a look.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Right. Whoa.
She's juggling two boyfriends.
Jackie, can you turn the light on?
You know, everyone giggles when they sing the birthday song.
Did you?
Very common song, and everyone gets to giggles when they do it.
Because apparently it's a form of embarrassing.
Sure, Jackie, you?
Hmm?
I'm thinking.
Oh, for God, I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details. All right, here, honey. The girl's got to have a present. This is from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Build-A-Bear.
Jackie, you want to get a knife? Press its paw, sweetie.
Please, somebody's not.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a horrible voice message to leave on one thing like that.
No way.
How is she going to go and visit him now?
It's just being able to hear your voice. What the fudge?
It's the wee woos.
That is
No, it's the fire.
That is not worked.
Right after she receives the toy in memory of her dad, with his last voicemail, his fire truck collections start going off on their own. Seeing as this was his collection and he was a firefighter, they believed that this was her father coming to pay her a visit on her birthday. It is possible that it was just a strange coincidence, but only a few days later something else happens that convinces Brookie that this was indeed her father visiting.
I just missed a call from my dad. He's been gone. Like, I just heard his voice one more time.
About 1 hour earlier, she captures something disturbing.
Please tell me that's the teddy's feet I see and not something else. Yep, it's the teddy's feet. Yep. Oh, I was thinking something else. It's okay.
Ah.
She receives a missed call from her dad, and then suddenly the toy teddy with his voice recording goes off on its own. To her,
Wait,
this
how
was
does
a
she
sign that
receive
her
a missed
father
call
was
from
still
her dad?
watching over her and visiting
I think
her
that's
often.
the whole part of
but
what?
to others, this was the sign of something far more sinister. Because they say if you ever receive a call from a lost loved one who passed on, it won't be them on the phone, but instead something much more evil. And that is precisely what
never
happens.
heard of that.
Only a few days later, which she says she knows wasn't her father's doing, as it made her feel completely terrified and he would
I'm not
never
sure
do
about the
that.
whole devil
She
thing,
also
but-
sensed a dark atmosphere in the room at the time. Watch closely.
And is there a lot of bugs or a lot of spirit orbs?
Dust.
Okay. walking through the house.
Shut the door behind them.
Uses too much energy.
Let it draft in.
After seeing the doors open on their own, Brookie couldn't help but be terrified and leave the room in fear. She is certain it wasn't her dad this time, and she posted this footage hoping someone could tell her what it was.
Why?
Many people believe it was never her dad to begin with, but something that tried to take advantage of her vulnerable state of mind, using her father to get to her. But as always, let me know what you think.
Oh
The
gosh,
Ouija
no.
Cemetery.
Avoid the Ouija
A
board.
man
No.
named Germain was exploring an old cemetery alone at night somewhere in Argentina when he stumbled across an old Ouija board just laying on top of a gravestone. And of course, he did the unthinkable. He decided to take it back with him. And even creepier, this Ouija board seems to have some sort of pentagram sprayed on the back of it, as well as what he believes is most likely 5 drops of blood in the center of the board. However, he states that he doesn't believe in anything paranormal, so he'll keep the board and try it out. And a few days later, he starts experiencing paranormal activity around the house. And one night, he's woken up to some creepy sounds and records this.
Escuchen, escuchen, escuchen. Esos son los sonidos que le hablé. Justo de madrugada, escuchen. Nadie me va a decir que esos son gatos. Escuchen. Son pasos. Son pasos. Ok.
Was that there
¿Quién anda
before?
ahí?
I wasn't paying attention to the door.
I was about to say, he's acknowledging it, so... I mean, he hasn't acknowledged it, so I'm assuming it was already there.
Pay your damn power bill.
Ok. Esta es la puerta abierta. ¡Hey! ¿Quién está ahí? Ok. Voy a buscar la picana. ¿Qué? ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Qué mierda? ¿Qué mierda? ¿Quién anda ahí?
You got a taser. That's gonna do a lot.
Remember, he's a skeptic. He doesn't believe in paranormal and all that, so he just reckons there's an intruder. So to him, it's gonna work.
Real question is,
He hears knocking coming from above, and
he
then
know
the
the
door
door was
opens
open
by
originally?
itself, and then when he looks around the house, he hears a sudden sound and finds a bunch of items on the floor, including the Ouija board, which was all nice and tidy seconds ago. The very next night, he's woken up to something a little more disturbing.
¡Hey! ¿Qué pasa? ¡Hey!
Doesn't look like anything is on the door.
no.
That's just weird.
That's the next night.
And it looks scratched into it.
Some of them bastard. Yep, look at your reflection in the mirror.
¿Alguien ahí?
And look the opposite way.
I was about to...
Otra vez el perro negro.
Okay, so you can't really enter there.
Yeah, but he spent all that time looking the opposite way to where that person was.
He finds nothing inside the closet.
There's
and he
plenty of
sees a
time to
dark
go out
figure
that
go
gate.
across the window, but as he goes to check, there's no one there. Now, ever since that Ouija board was brought in, this activity just keeps getting worse each night. And now he believes something is trying to get inside.
Mire, 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 mire.
Well, it wouldn't be trying now, would it? Just got let in.
¿Qué quiere?
I'm still wigged out by the door. It had the scratch marks, and then the next night not.
No puede pasar porque está la sal. No puede pasar porque está la sal. Hey.
Candle, shadow
Quiere
figure in
entrar.
the window.
Está la sal.
He's very delayed.
Yeah. Way too much time to go and investigate.
¿Qué quiere?
But I guess that's what normal people do when they're scared with this stuff. We'll
Yeah, but if
probably
you're-
die immediately.
But if you're a skeptic,
wouldn't you go straight towards?
exactly.
Yeah.
Miren la sal.
And where's his taser now?
Well, it's a very courteous spirit. You could have put it near something that went boom.
Toda la luz.
And how would he know to put salt there all of a sudden? Oh, he probably done research. I'll get him a box.
Mira es eso.
What is that?
Wouldn't have a clue. At least he paid his power bill.
Or he's just flipped
Mierda
the
es
switch
esta.
in the power box back on.
A dark shadow can be seen behind the window, but when he goes to check, he sees no one there.
He doesn't even
except
look
for a
that way at
small
the start.
flame on the ground, which is terrifying.
Then there's something
enough.
under a blue
He
tarp.
now
It's in the corner
believes the
there.
Ouija board might have been cursed and something is haunting his house relentlessly. Taking this Ouija board from the cemetery just might have been
I
the
mean,
worst mistake he
taking a
ever
Ouija
made.
board from a cemetery is still a no-no.
House of Dogs.
You don't know what you would be
A
bringing up.
man who owns loads of dogs has captured something terrifying on camera.
That's a
Every
lot of
once
wiener
in a while,
schnitzels.
the dogs would stare off into one area while growling, like they are afraid of something there. The owners just dismiss this as bad behavior since there are lots of dogs living in the same household. But after this recent incident, they now have reason to believe otherwise. One day, the dog owner is home alone when he sees this.
Hear it? Wow.
Never answer a door that's getting knocked on if no one's there. Isn't that the basic rule?
Depends. They'll probably knock
Happens
back.
all the time.
Ask questions. One knock yes, two knocks no. Stuff like that.
Sounds like it's more behind him, not in front of him.
As he says, this has recently been happening all the
But then
time,
again, I only
but
have one
this was
ear
one
for
of
an
the first times he was able to
Yeah,
catch
it
it on
sounds the
camera.
same to me the whole
A
time.
few days later,
He walked up
something
towards the door, it didn't get any louder or quieter.
This time, his wife is home alone and she experiences it.
Okay. This happened again and the dogs are freaked out. Get it. David, come over here.
That's the thing, I'd also listen to the animals
right
as well.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Opens that fucking door, you need to get him. Oh my god, I don't know if it's gonna happen again. It just fucking happened again.
Well, she was a bit delayed with that one.
Move, 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 move.
Yep, they're moving.
There's fucking nobody there.
Whoa, language. Just say there's nobody there.
The dog stopped fucking barking now. Davey's freaking the fuck out by the door though.
I'd say she's Aussie with all the swearing, but then again, I don't think so.
No, Americans swear just as much as us.
Okay.
Get it.
I'd say because the accent's not Aussie.
Nobody out there. I'm not opening the fucking door anymore.
With all the dogs reacting to these bizarre occurrences,
The real question is, why didn't it knock again?
to the conclusion that this is
I was going to
paranormal
say,
in nature.
also on top of
Until
that,
this day, it remains unknown as to
it's
what
only
they
very
captured.
few dogs that are reacting, and there
The
were a lot more.
A man named Lozar works as a music producer and singer, but one day he's out somewhere using a public bathroom when he hears some strange knocking sounds coming from within the room. Yet he is completely alone, so he decides to record the event. This is what he captures.
Te quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de la
Can't
universidad.
see it when there's subtitles on top
Pero
of
el
it.
pedo ahorita es que estoy, bueno, acabo de terminar de hacer el baño y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Y aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, uy. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon?
Ooh.
No hay nada.
I was just expecting to see someone pooping.
Now you may have missed it, but as he walks up to the cubicle, a creepy pale face can be seen inside, just looking at him through the gap on the door. But when he looks over, there's nobody there. Could
See, he's
this be
showing
the
the
ghost
exact
responsible for the knocking sounds? Or is it
Now,
just
this
an
is where the
trick of
skeptic
ruse?
comes out of me and
Let
say
me
it's
know.
all
If you
CGI'd
have any
in
video
there, but
recommendations, you can send them
there's a big
over
part of
to
me that goes,
Depths of
"Ooh, it actually
Despair
was something there."
business@gmail.com.
I just don't understand
Or
why-
tell us on TikTok at Depths of Despair
Why you'd
YT.
hide in a toilet, out of all things.
In the house.
It could have been the
A
place where they
man is
died.
at
It
home
could have
with his
been
friend just hanging out. when
where they
something
find their
terrifying
targets. Could be
happened.
anything.
That's
The two guys can be seen creeping around the house, searching the rooms. And for
Well,
very
you
good
live on the
reason.
toilet, it would
Not
be
long
your
ago, they
perfect-
heard loud bangs and crashing sounds coming from multiple rooms around the house. Not sure what the cause is, they decide to investigate the house and proceed with caution in case of any intruders. This is what they captured.
Squeaky door.
At least you would know when someone's walking through that door.
Got some louder footsteps. Oh no! He knocked over all the plants.
And the lamp.
The whole room.
Chucking a tanty.
Phasmophobia, it's poltergeist.
It just wants to throw things. But it didn't necessarily throw it at them.
time I start recording, it stops.
Ruin the feng shui.
Throw some more shit around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, still calling poltergeist. Lucky now vote.
Don't act like you can see anything when you first open the door. Open the door, turn the light on.
Yeah. We're up there.
What? Oh, okay.
There could be a space there though.
Yeah, I just figured that.
They open the door to the room and find everything to be a mess. And as they track the sound to the next room,
And they
they
don't
find
walk
no sign of
completely in to
anybody
look
there.
behind the door.
Now this sort of thing has happened a few times in the past, which explains their lack of shock. He
There's
also
spilled food on
says
the
that
floor.
every time he starts recording, the activity stops.
That just hits that
But
desk.
luckily, they had a
Space
camera
there.
set up in the
Oh,
bedroom,
okay.
which
Cool.
managed to capture what happened in the room. Watch
So yeah, there is a
closely.
gap.
Okay.
Is that Jesus? It was Jesus.
There's Jeebus. Open the door, stand there, pretend you can see, even though it's pitch black, you know you can't see anything.
Blade just mysteriously throws itself
That's a
off the
stupid place for
bedside
the
table
light switch.
in a
I swear you just
completely
reached
empty
around the
Yeah,
corner
he
there.
has.
Now, a
There's-
few weeks
That's
prior
a
to
horrible
this,
idea.
the camera on the nightstand was placed differently, and one night when nobody was home, the camera records this.
Yeah, it is.
Lights are on.
Is it a button or a switch?
So even the spirits know that you need to light up the room to see in there.
Oh, I didn't even see that movement. Oh. They're just telling you to take your plates and put them in the sink.
Oddly enough, the plate seems to slide upwards at a strange angle and remain there for a few seconds before moving again and then falling off. To this day, the guys have no idea what's going on inside this house. But hopefully, we get some updates soon.
I'm pretty sure they're just trying to get the attention.
Witch.
Oh,
It's late one
Well,
night
let's
when
see how they
Sarahi
perceive us
was
now.
asleep. But Sarahi's daughter Rahina was abruptly woken up to the sounds of a cat, which seemed to be emanating from within the nearby closet. So she begins to record as she checks it out. However,
you
the
cute
family owns no pets, so this itself is quite disturbing. But it's not until what happens next that things get truly terrifying.
We get kitties
Take
in
a
the closet.
Different
También
circumstances.
escuchar ruidos. Escuché como un gato. Como dos gatos que se estuvieran peleando dentro. Oh, se
I hear
escucha
cats fighting all the time.
It sounds like a kitten more than a cat.
Yeah, it does. I can vouch for that because we've got a kitten and a cat. Maybe a mix with a ferret. Is that a face
Sonidos
or is
está
it
abriendo
just
el
clothing?
closet.
It's a face. That would be blinding.
A ver, voy a checar porque
It disappears, so it's
Parecen
definitely a
gatos.
face. Just open it.
It's swap door bus open.
Oh. What just happened? It opened
A
itself.
creepy pale face can be seen watching her through the gap in the closet before moving away. This
That would
encounter
be
left her terrified.
blinding AF.
But it was just the beginning, because a few nights later, they kept seeing something hiding in the corners around the house. Yet at the same time, whatever it was kept evading them,
I wouldn't
as
think
if
it was a
blending
witch.
into the darkness itself. Late one night, Sarahi and her daughter hear noises coming from the kitchen, so they decide to check it out together.
How is a torch so low to the ground? What are you doing, lying down?
No, vamos, como chingos que no. Vamos,
They were lying down.
Sin dejar de ver. Aquí se movió. I was about to say, why does that language sound familiar? Aquí estaba. Ay, no hay nada, Regina. ¿Se desapareció o qué? No sé.
no manches, no.
Ya no hay nada.
Mexican. Spanish?
The very next night, they hear the sounds of a cat again and attempt to confront it.
See, this is what gets you. Hear the sounds of a cat.
¿Quién eres?
Yeah, I'll be saying, you want to be my friend?
Tú no eres un gato. Ay, ¿qué es esto? Vete de aquí, ¿quién eres?
I was about to say, is that a cat right there?
No, it's a face.
¿Qué es eso?
I see a cat. That's a cat.
¿Quién eres? Te estoy grabando, ¿quién eres?
Pale
¿Por qué
face.
estás
That's
aquí
like
en
the
mi
body
casa?
going that way.
Tú no eres un
And that's the
gato.
face.
Oh, is that what it is?
Tú no
Alright.
eres un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
I just...
No manches.
My question is, what happens if you sit there?
Se abrió la puerta.
Is it going to
Se
come
abrió la
towards you?
puerta. Se abrió la puerta.
Now press up against the
Ay,
glass.
güey. Se me abrió la puerta. Vámonos, 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 vámonos. Regina, están tocando. Préndelo.
You're about to open a door when it's knocking. Okay.
Ya le hablé a la policía. Y ahorita va a venir. Tráeme un palo, Regina. Tráeme algo. Tráeme algo. Va a venir ahorita la policía. Corre. ¿A qué estás molestando aquí? Ya te habías ido. ¿Qué quieres? ¿A quién quieres? ¿A quién quieres? ¿A Regina o a quién quieres?
Something can be seen lurking in the dark room, mimicking the sounds of a cat. Worried for their safety, Sarahi calls the police, and as they arrive and search the property, they find nothing out of the ordinary. But ever since then, whatever was haunting them stopped. Sarahi and her daughter believe it was some sort of witch. But as always,
Why
this
is it a
one
witch?
remains
Because it
a
has a cat.
mystery. Ambulance terror. An ambulance driver can be seen looking at the back of his ambulance from a distance with a puzzled yet terrifying look on his face. He was driving back to base when he saw something in the back of the ambulance through the rearview mirror. After having a closer look, his anxiety went through the roof, and he quickly pulled over
I've
to
seen
get
this
out
one
of the
before.
vehicle.
I
Not
haven't.
sure what to do next, he records the situation.
Watch your head.
Watch closely.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
Honestly, wouldn't doubt that.
send somebody as soon as you can. I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as possible.
Oh, shit.
Hey, thank you.
I'm not trying to go back near this truck.
Those lights are very blinding.
Oh, I can see like the whole ghetto alleyway. There's an old railroad track underneath it.
Push. Oh, speed up. Nice roof.
At least you're smart enough to leave everything behind.
Yeah, this is probably the most genuine reaction I would expect.
Yeah.
You don't say anything, but it's genuine. I'm just waiting for something to peep out there.
No, he on it.
Okay, my friend. Whoop.
I don't know if you see it, but Can y'all see that back door? Like, it just, oh shit.
Move
Like
closer.
it just flew open. Like,
Could be chicken.
oh. Nah, what the? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. Fuck that. Nah.
As soon as the focuses, you
A
went
dark
off.
shadow figure can be seen moving back and forth in the ambulance, which explains why he was terrified to approach the vehicle. Something unknown was clearly inside. Perhaps the face he saw earlier belonged to this entity. Many viewers believe it was most likely the spirit of someone who passed away inside the vehicle.
He would have been
Whether it was a
confused.
ghost or not, the driver had no idea, but luckily he was able to call a colleague over to come and retrieve the ambulance.
Someone else's problem. There
Lights
you go.
out.
Yeah.
The following video comes from a woman who recently just moved houses with her daughter. The strange thing she noticed is that whenever she goes out and returns back home, she would find the light in her daughter's bedroom turned on every single time, even while knowing full well she left the light off. Take a look.
Bueno, voy a hacer este video para ver si está prendida la luz de la pieza de las nenas. Tengo miedo.
Kitty cat.
Yo ayer la apagué.
Careful, there may be a witch in there.
Ay, la reconcha de la lona. ¿Cómo puede ser? ¿Cómo puede ser? A ver si está abierta la puerta del placar. Y la puerta del placar abierta, la concha de la puta lora.
Noticing the closet
I was
door
gonna say,
open
where's
and
the
the
cat?
lights on, she gets even more frightened than usual. And after asking her daughter if she was responsible, she was left with no other logical explanations that could explain these strange happenings. So she starts to think that it might be something paranormal, especially due to the fact that this house was previously owned by her grandfather who passed away, and this used to be his bedroom.
Yo
Suits him
dejé
perfectly.
prendida la luz,
So pretty.
cosa que no
Pretty
tener que
sure they would
volver
have painted it.
y que me encuentre con la luz prendida. O sea, que se me vuelva a prender porque la verdad es que me da mucho miedo, de verdad. La puerta del placar no se volvió a abrir, es un ropero antiguo. Esta era la casa de mis abuelos. Mi abuelo falleció hace 3 años y esta era su habitación, así que a veces siento que está conectado él en esta casa. Pero más allá que es mi abuelo, me da miedo. Así que nada, no la vuelvo a apagar. Pero está todo en armonía y no hay nada extraño ni nada raro, sino que no vuelvo a apagar la luz porque me da miedo.
She believes it could be her grandfather using the mirror in the room as a portal and trying to connect with her.
That was you then, no?
Yeah, that
However,
was me.
viewers believe it's something sinister posing as her grandfather. She then decides to look inside her grandfather's old closet after she found it opened on its own, and some creepy stuff was found inside. A photo of her great-grandparents, her grandmother's bassinet, a creepy
Oh,
clown
gosh.
doll that has a rope and an eerie laugh, and another broken doll in an old suitcase. We all know that clown dolls can be quite creepy. After this, she started to leave the light on herself, just so that she wouldn't be scared to find it mysteriously on all on its own. She had no intentions of making any paranormal content, and that was supposed to be the end of it. But after being accused of planning this beforehand, she ended up making a follow-up video.
Acá
That's when you
vengo,
have to
en
ignore
teoría,
what
la
people
luz tendría
say.
que estar prendida, como ayer cuando vine, que estaba prendida porque no la volví a apagar. Así que ahora vamos a ver con qué nos encontramos. Vamos a cerrar el garage. Muy bien.
Turn on the hazards. What? Or is that just how they turn on?
I don't know.
Vamos a ver con qué nos encontramos hoy. Igual esto no sé si está bueno porque no sé si estoy
Until
haciendo
people
algo
get
mal.
over it though when they start doing
Creo
shit
que va
like
a
this.
ser el último video que hago porque no está bueno estar molestando a las almas. En teoría Tendría que estar la luz prendida. Ahí se escucha el gato de mi vecino. Ahí no hay luz. Ah, sí hay luz. Bueno, no me anda la living. Está como muy oscura la casa. Vamos a prender la luz porque me da un poquito de miedo hoy. Estoy como asustada. Ah, no te la puedo creer. ¿Y por qué se desenfoca? No sé. Pero la luz está apagada. Quiero ver si es que hay algún problema. Quiero ver si es que hay algún problema con la lamparita o algo. Ah, no, listo. Listo, buenísimo. Se apagó la luz. O sea, yo no la apagué. Claramente no sé por qué está apagada.
This time, she left the lights on and somehow came to find it off. Other than this, the light is always working normally. This only happens when she goes out of the house.
Wouldn't you
And
take a
this isn't the
video
worst part,
as you're walking out
because
the door
next
and leaving and all
morning she
that
finds
to help
something
try to do that? But then there's no saying she doesn't just stop it and then...
Or
No,
investing in
acá
a
estamos.
camera to
La luz sigue
be
prendida.
there. That's
Yeah.
your way of a proof. Because then you know that you're not there.
¿Qué mierda es eso?
My whole thing is, where's the cat? Wait, is that the cat? Wait, what?
That's not a cat.
That's
Qué
not.
joda.
That's a toy cat.
No, it's not a cat meowing.
La puta madre que lo parió.
Her daughter's
things do
button
walk.
activation cat toy turns on by itself, making noises, and then suddenly starts moving the moment she approaches it. Many viewers believe this could have been a motion sensor toy, so once again she makes a follow-up video to prove them wrong, and that's when they all feel the chills.
Quiero mostrar una cosa, porque después me van a decir que el gato tiene una palanquita o algo para que camine o que haga miau o algo de esas cosas. La realidad es que no tiene nada, es un gato de mis hijas que solamente funciona si vos le apretás acá un botoncito que tiene. Quiero mostrar.
I think those are like press ones.
O sea, si uno no lo aprieta, el gato no funciona. O sea, ¿esto es real? ¿Esto es real? No tiene nada, o sea, no tiene palanca, nada. Es solo si uno lo aprieta, que lo acabo de apretar.
As you can see, the toy is activated by a button and it immediately starts moving continuously while meowing. And in the other room, it only moved slightly, as if reacting as she got near it, making this all the more creepy. She also explains that the closet itself was really old, but she got it restored, and has since rearranged everything within the room, and I believe she has thrown the creepy old dolls away, and no updates have been provided ever since. Personally, I think the clown doll was most likely responsible, as we have seen in previous videos.
I've seen this one too.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. That's why no clown dolls are allowed in this house. And it's not just
Technically,
for...
he's not a clown.
It's a jester.
Different.
Yes, fair. But I just don't like clowns in general, so that's another reason why. I've watched this that many times.
Pretty sure both on Paranormal Man. I've done a video on this one.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very famous one. I just don't understand why you would have it in your own
You can
room.
also see a pale figure with glowing eyes in the reflection.
Not even noticed
which
that.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah, I
is meant
noticed
to
that.
be normal or not. Regardless, she's happy at home with her daughter now.
I just thought it had something to do with the
It
flash and
returns.
the reflection, because sometimes that does happen.
Yeah, but as a
On
male.
July 16th of
Oh.
2024,
Oh, no.
As a
a
male
man
figure.
named JB is home alone in his living room watching TV with his dog when he starts to hear some disturbing sounds coming from upstairs. Now, it's not the first time this has happened, as he
feel
has
like I've
since
seen
moved
this.
houses, and whatever this is followed him. As he goes upstairs to have a look, he captures this.
See that, man?
Those damn noises again. Welcome to my life. Hello?
This looks very familiar.
Hello? I'm by myself.
None picture.
I was about to say that. I just watched that the other day too.
Broncos fan.
Switch it right there. Hello? Hello?
Keep saying hello. They ain't saying hello back. Maybe say something else.
Run at him and go, bah!
He's got a little night light in the hallway.
There's definitely somebody in there.
Is there?
I could have swore I seen somebody walking in there.
I don't know, they've probably jumped out the window by now.
You've seen someone walking in there, but yet.
He was around the corner. How
Yeah.
could you have...
I'm coming in.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Isn't it the other way around?
Can't judge these days. It's 2024.
Fair enough. So it's what they said. Okay, there's no windows. That defeats my whole purpose.
My question is, why does this dude that's all alone have all these beds?
Oh no, there is.
I could have swore I saw somebody in there.
You might have a family that just might be away.
What sounds like a creepy girl's laugh can be heard along with some bangs. Then a door slams shut and we can see a shadow moving under the doorway. But after searching the area, there's
And there's
nobody
not even
there.
any footprints
Till
on
this
the
day,
carpet.
JB has no clue what is going on inside his house or why. Stay in your room. 3 friends are home alone at night when something terrifying happens that prompts one of them to call their mum.
Okay, you're upstairs in your room?
Yeah, we're in my room right now.
Okay, make sure you lock the door then. I'm gonna come home. I should be home in about 10 minutes. I need you to stay calm though, okay?
Okay.
Mommy, I need help.
So calm, quiet, keep the door locked. Alright, do not go out of the room whatsoever. I'm gonna come home, I'll be there 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna call the cops on the way home too.
Who's
just
the
to
cop?
make sure
No,
everybody's
Mom,
safe.
why do we have to get the cops?
We're going to just make sure everybody's safe and they can get there faster than I can.
The three friends are locked in a bedroom upstairs and have been instructed by their mum to stay in the room no matter what, until the police arrive. Earlier they heard loud banging as well as glass shattering coming from all over downstairs. They thought most likely there was an intruder, and that's why the boy's mum didn't want to take any chances and called the police just to be safe.
Sound like glass? Was it metal? What did it sound like?
I thought it was just like a big thud, and then like glass shattered. But after that, we just stayed upstairs.
So you heard glass shattering?
Yeah.
After questioning the boys, the police did a thorough search of the property and found no signs of a break-in, nor was there anyone outside lurking nearby, making this case all the more strange. However, while they were waiting for the police to arrive, the boys grew impatient and decided to search the house themselves.
Okay. All right. I'll see you soon. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
One of the friends claims he saw something move in the dark, causing them all to retreat back to their room. Whatever it may be, it wasn't seen on camera, but after rewatching the video later on, one of them noticed this. Watch closely.
Okay, I thought that was just a bit of
Something
glare.
can be seen behind the railings in front, just swiftly moving across, almost as if hovering. And if you look closely, it clearly looks like a pale white face just hovering. The way it moves with such speed without making a sound has left the friends convinced that it's a ghost, and was responsible for the earlier commotion. But as always, let me know what you think. Home Alone. It's late one night on July 25th of 2024, and a girl named Celeste is home alone, locked in her bedroom.
Pero ya me da miedo ir a grabar, la verdad. Pero estoy acostada aquí, literal no hay nadie. No sé qué voy a hacer, me da miedo ir a ver. Yo creo que me voy a parar a ver. Me da miedo, me da miedo, me da miedo. Puta madre. Ni modo. No mames, no mames. Eso no estaba
Yeah,
tirado.
we know where this is from.
El cereal se supone que estaba
mames.
ahí arriba.
Yeah, I know.
No mames, la neta, no mames. No, vete a la verga. Vete a la verga, vete a la verga.
She's afraid to
Even
leave
with
her
what's
bedroom,
written,
and for very
you
good
should know
reason.
what it's from.
Her family have gone away for a few nights, so she has been home alone for the last 3 nights. And each time while asleep, she is abruptly
Oh,
woken
yeah, I
up
noticed
by
that.
loud banging sounds coming from around the house. From things like objects being moved to doors opening and closing, and even footsteps. Eventually, she musters the courage to search the house and finds nothing there. But as she returns
shoes
back
on the
to her
table.
bed,
I'm
she
already
starts to
disappointed.
hear the same noises again. Feeling frightened, she decides to turn on the lights around the house and sets up a camera to record the area where the most sound is coming from.
Aquí voy a dejar el celular grabando aquí. a ver si capta algo, porque la neta ya me harté de que estén pasando cosas y no sepa qué es. La voy a dejar grabando y me voy a ir al cuarto. Los juro que no sé qué hacer ya. Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo ver lo que hay. No mames. Vamos a ver. Me voy a armar de valor y vamos a ver.
It's a very loud fridge.
It's very loud, yes.
She looks around one last time and sees nothing strange. Then she proceeds to watch the recorded footage and instantly runs out of the house, terrified.
¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué hace eso la cámara? Por ahí se escucha un ruido. Como por ahí. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando. No, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames. Plebes.
Does she even walk that way?
Estoy aquí,
Like all the
afuera de
way?
la casa,
Or
me
did
da
she only go
miedo.
to the fridge that was
Me da
ready?
miedo.
She only went to the
Me da
fridge.
miedo meterme ya. No sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer, plebes. Plebes, si me tocaran el corazón, me estoy muriendo.
An object can be seen falling off the table by itself, and then shortly afterwards a dark figure can be seen peeking out towards the camera. Celeste is understandably terrified and runs out of the house and quickly calls the police. Like the previous video, the police search the property and find no signs of anybody there. Just what exactly did Celeste see? Hopefully we get some more updates soon.
I'm not sure on that one.
The following video comes from an employee who works at a convenience store. While working alone late in the evening one day, he started to hear some strange reoccurring sounds coming from the store warehouse. Feeling scared as he is alone, he decides to try and record it as he hesitates to go and check it out. Take a look.
Tengo rato escuchando un ruido aquí en mi trabajo, en la bodega, y estoy solo. Y quería grabar a ver si, no sé, tengo mucho miedo. No me había pasado algo así, como de algo de sustos o algo. Pero tengo rato escuchando eso. Ay, no me animo a ir para allá, güey. Después de un rato me animo a ver, güey. Tengo mucho miedo, güey, la neta. Nunca me había pasado algo así, güey. A ver. Fui yo. Ese fui yo. Creo que la moví con la camisa.
What's it trying to tell you, I wonder?
Tengo un rato que escucho yo cosas. Me da mucho miedo. Mucho miedo me da, güey. O sea, güey, checa esa pinche luz, güey. ¿Tú crees que quieren ganas de subir allá arriba? ¿Tú crees que tengo ganas de subir allá
I
arriba?
know who it is. What? I have a feeling I know who it is.
¿Qué pedo? Güey, esto parece película de terror, güey. Lo bueno es que tengo este foco, güey. Y acá arriba, por ejemplo, tengo... Acá me da miedo a veces que siento que me están viendo, güey. Ya no prende el pinche foco, güey. Y güey, vete a la verga, güey. No se habrá metido alguien aquí a robar. Tengo un chingo de miedo, güey.
I like how he grows up when the light's not doing it anymore.
He announces that he's very scared too. Like they all do.
Tengo un chingo de miedo.
I was expecting a little face there.
Deja prender la lámpara, güey. Eso a la verga. No se ve nada, güey.
Don't fall down the stairs.
A la verga, güey. A la verga.
The moment he gets there and looks up, the lights above immediately start flickering, and then at the top, an object drops on its own, scaring him away. Clearly, someone or something was lurking at the top of the warehouse area. In another video, a man named Carlos lives alone right next to a cemetery, which is literally outside his backyard. He didn't think much of it at first, but one night he starts experiencing creepy stuff while alone at home. This is what he captured.
Just skipped onto another video.
I was going to say, is it on to
Gente,
another
miren,
video?
I think so.
me encuentro en mi casa. Miren, miren que no he hecho absolutamente nada. Y me encuentro como medio raro. No sé qué es lo que está pasando.
Damn, that is literally in
Pero
his
en
backyard.
verdad, no sé qué es lo que está pasando, mi gente, en mi casa hoy.
I was about to say that's kind of cool.
Miren, señores, miren. Siento como que no sé, como que hay algo raro en mi habitación hoy. Por favor, necesito que me ayuden. Hoy sí. Hoy siento esto. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa. Miren, estoy solo en mi casa, papá Dios. Y siento como que se mueven todas las cosas. Oh, Dios mío, se apagó la luz. Necesito a alguien que me ayude. Oh, Dios mío. Señores, ¿quién está viendo esto? Por favor, compártanlo. Miren, estoy solo en mi habitación, pero siento como no sé, como que se caen las cosas. Oh, papá Dios. Señores, miren, miren. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. La sangre de Cristo tiene poder, señores. Recuerden que me encuentro aquí en mi casa, mi gente, en el cementerio Cristo Redentor.
My question
Objects
is,
can
why
be seen
is your
falling
house in
all
the
over the
cemetery?
place.
Wouldn't
And
have
as he
quite-
pans around, there's nobody in the room. But as soon as he goes outside the door, you can
What's the
see
pretty
the
does it
cemetery
again?
right
Yeah, well.
outside his house. Perhaps that is the reason for all of this. Let me know what you think. If you have any video recommendations, you can send them over to depthsofdespairbusiness@gmail.com
Still a little bit more. So it
or
wasn't
tag
number
us
one,
on
it was
TikTok
probably
at Depths
one
of Despair
that's
YT.
similar.
Literally just skipped straight into
Astral
another one.
projection.
Yeah, well, it did it in the other one, referencing
One night, a
clowns.
man was astral projecting from his bed at around 1 a.m. For those who don't know, astral projection is a term used to describe an intentional out-of-body experience, where one's consciousness can leave the physical body and experience things through the astral plane. However, there are some warnings of this practice, and some people say that you can be vulnerable in this state, and entities in the astral plane can target you. The man in the video explains that he does this practice often, but on this particular night, he says as he was astral projecting up his stairs, something knocked him back out of it, and ever since then he has been hearing strange knocking sounds inside his house. So he gets his phone out to record it. Take a look.
It's about 1 a.m. and I was astral projecting, and I normally do this often, but this time, as I was walking up the stairs, something like knocked me back out, and ever since then I've been hearing knocking noises. Like, do you hear that? I'm just recording it because I don't know what's going on. It's like kind of weird. Hello? Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Anyone here?
Door shut now.
A strange sound can be heard, and the door behind him slams shut on its own. Upon realizing this, he gets frightened and quickly ends the video abruptly. Shortly afterwards, he checks his room and finds nothing there, and then he goes downstairs and begins to feel like he's not alone. So he starts to record once again.
There's no door open here, right? No.
The lights on the ceiling are swaying, and as he looks towards the blinds, they begin to move aggressively. And at that moment, he runs upstairs and immediately packs his things to go stay at a hotel for a few nights. Could it be that by astral projecting, this man unknowingly allowed something into his home? I'm curious to see what you think. Don't forget to check out the new video on our other channel.
It's a different take of it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
Tragic story of Elliot Rod.
We've nearly done 2 hours, so I'm not going to bother with this third video. But again, go check out Paranormal Man's channel. I've left a link for his channel below in the description. I should have probably done one for Depth of Despair, but it's not hard to look him up. Yeah, he's going through a financial thing at the moment, so thought I'd quickly throw up a video and hopefully he's doing well. I did let him know I was going to do this, so hopefully it'll help him out, get him through this tough time. And then yeah, hopefully maybe later on down the track we can do one together again. It has been quite some time since we've done one. He normally takes charge of all this stuff. I just normally show up and bask in the glory of being there, but yeah, it's good to sort of give back. He was the one that sort of helped my channel blow up a lot more than what it did. But yeah, so until next time, hopefully things are